Welcome back to another video! Woohoo! Yeah! It's Ivana, also known as the Alteress. I love to work out and make stuff. I love making art, and I love making clothes as well. I love being a creative person in general, so yeah, basically. Well, as you can see, this gray tank top, it's not matching up with the straps of my bra straps, which is really irritating, so I'm hoping that me trying to alter this and make it even more like snatched, I'm hoping that I can fix it where the straps in the back are going to be aligned with my bra straps, because that would be great. I pretty much was able to do that with the black tank top that I altered before, so I'm hoping I can do it with this one, because this one's literally just like it, just slightly less baggy, but it's still baggy. And yeah, I just wanted to fit me better, you know. It's like you can totally see like just the weird bagginess to it, and it's just not flattering, especially when I know that I can make this look better on myself. Also, this is not the only tank top thrift flip that I need to do. I thrifted these ones, you see? But yeah, you can even see from here that it's so big. Same with this one. They're not a vibe at all. So, especially since I lost weight. Like, they didn't fit me even when I was bigger, but especially now, they look even more baggy on me. Yeah, so not a vibe, so I'm gonna have to alter these. I have my gray thread right here, so I think I'm just gonna alter this one first. So basically, we got more alterings to be doing. I'm gonna put these inside out, and then I'm gonna pin them, and then I'm gonna sew them on the sewing machine, make them fit me better. So that's the plan of attack. So I pinned this side first, and then I'm taking that to the sewing machine and sewing it together. Also pinned the other side too, and then went back and sewed that side as well. Shoe, still inside out. As you can see, I'm having issues here still with the straps in the back, not wanting to line up with my bra. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to seam rip. I'll have to seam rip each one out and then reattach it in the right place and then sew it again. So that's what I'm gonna have to do, but at least I got it snug, all nice and cinched on the sides right here, so that's good. So yeah, I just gotta figure out those straps in the back. It's already fitting a lot better though, just on the sides. Ooh, it's given sculpted. Okay, so before I continue working on the straps, I'm gonna have to deal with the seams that I made on each side to cinch the tank top so it fits me super nice, but I have leftover thread at the ends. So I'm gonna have to tie those in knots several times, and then that will secure my seams in place. You know, then I'm going to be moving on to cutting off the excess material. Okay, so time to cut this. So I took my seam ripper and I literally undid the seam for the straps, each one, and now I'm working on the second strap. Clearly repositioned it, pinned it in place. Hopefully this is the correct area. If not, I'm gonna be like, ah! Anyways, about to sew. I think I finished altering it. Yeah, cinched and everything. I know this strap was like giving me some issues, so I don't know. I think depending on how I adjust this strap, it'll like still not want to line up, but it's still better than before from what I've seen. So yeah, basically this is what it looks like. My bra strap and parts of my bra is showing this area annoyingly on the sides. This is how it looks. this tank top so it would fit me like a glove. And it does, and it looks so good. Ooh! So, what's the point of having a tank top if it's not gonna fit you good, you know? I'm just saying. So, yeah, I love it. I think it looks so great. Yeah! Woohoo! Yippee! Hip hip hooray! Yeah! I've had this idea of making a patchwork, like, jumbo hoodie. It's 2025. I'm like, oh my god! 2024 went by in a flash. I blinked, and it's 2025. So this, I haven't worn in years. Like, I don't even wear this, like, at all. I'll also put, like, a picture so you get a better view of what it is. It's like this button-up, super duper long, like, ribbed cardigan. So as you can see, this is a lot of material, and this is something that I don't wear at all. I'm not one to, like, throw stuff away if I feel I can, you know, do something upcycling-wise and give it new life. So that's my plan, to incorporate that idea of patchwork and making a hoodie, and yeah, where it's like jumbo size and it's like super cozy. So next, these are my other ones. This one was thrifted. I believe it's from Old Navy. I basically would wear this when I'm like super cold, and I just like use it as like a layering piece. This one is like another kind of like ribbed one, but it's like a ribbed hoodie. It has like these buttons on it and stuff. I think I'm missing one at the bottom. I think I still have it though. So this one is like another hoodie, a short sleeve hoodie, which to me, I'm just like, I look hilarious in this one. This one's from Under Armour. I've worn it a few times too, but again, like I said, I look crazy in this. So they're all basic, but because of all the different materials, I feel like this would look really cool together. What is this brand from? Massimo? Mingle? I wanted to do this since 2022. It's now 2025. Yeah, and this is something that I did want to complete back in 2024, but I just was working on other projects, and by the time that I had finished the blanket pants, I was like, oh my goodness, the warm weather's already coming. I don't want to be making a jumbo size patchwork hoodie when it's gonna get super hot in the summer in the hundreds of degrees. So I think one of the reasons why I haven't worked on this project yet is because of the fact that I just knew it'd just be so much, like all the material. I'm like, oh man, but it's time to do it or I'll never get it done. I just gotta look at it that way. Usually when I upcycle anything, I like to just take certain parts like apart just to see what I have. I think I might start with this one because it's just right here already. So I think I'll start by cutting the sleeve off because like I said, I want to make this like jumbo size. Finally time to dismantle everything on each clothing item. First of all, I am going to be taking off the sleeves one by one, so that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, so after I finish cutting off all the sleeves, then I'm going to be dismantling each clothing item even more. Sometimes when I'm working on creating, I don't listen to any music at all, but most of the time, it's true, I do usually listen to music. So I was listening to Death Squad by Perturbator, and then after that, I was listening to another song called The Other Place, and then I believe after that, I was listening to another one that was called Shoutout 84. But yeah, that's one of the artists that I like listening to. Perturbator definitely has some bangers, I'm telling you. To me, the music is giving a combination of the 80s and cyberpunk type of vibes, and I love it. So, yep, that's pretty much why I love listening to it. So, as you can see, I cut off all the sleeves like I was saying I was going to do. I totally opened those ones up. I probably will do the same thing and cut open all my other sleeves as well because I need to be making this into a complete patchwork everything. Now I'm showing you all the different hoods that I cut off. Yeah, I was just dismantling a bunch of different pieces, and I'm going to continue to do so because I am not sure exactly what I'm doing. I'm really just winging this project. So, anyways, I decided that I am going to be cutting open my sleeves so that I can totally sew the different parts together, and it will look hella cool. So that's my plan of attack, as you can see. Yep. This is what the sleeves are looking like, opened up side by side, and I decided to cut the ribbed sleeve in half, and I'm pinning it in place to the other sleeve. what I just sewed. So this is for the sleeve part. Yeah, this is what I just sewed on there. So I don't know if I'm just gonna have it this baggy or make it even more baggy. I'll probably make sure to just sew the sleeve on the other side first and get it like this before I make my decision if I want to make it even baggier. Pretty much this is what we got for today. Did a lot of cutting up the stuff, and I just gotta plan and get all of my creative thoughts on point. Ooh, a tasty meal. I really enjoyed it. I'm telling you. Ooh, as you can see. Anyways, time to get back to work on this. I am pinning together the sleeves again, so I'm working on the second sleeve is what I'm saying, and then I'm sewing that on the sewing machine. So basically right now what I'm doing is I'm just going back and forth between pinning the pieces together and sewing them. So that's basically what I'm showing you, each step of the parts that I'm pinning, and then we take it back to the sewing machine, and yeah. Okay, now I'm just showing you that I pinned the last part in place, and now all I gotta do is sew it on the sewing machine, piece it all together, and we're good to go. For some reason, I decided to dismantle all the hoods. I don't know what I was thinking, but I wanted to do the patchwork hoodie idea clearly, and spoiler alert, the whole patchwork hoodie idea, it's gonna have to be for another time because I totally like messed this up. So at this moment in time, it feels like the dismantling of all these hoodie parts was for nothing. But anyways, now it looks like I am pinning together the side panels for the sweatshirt. So that's the cardigan material, and then I'm sewing it together with the Old Navy hoodie on the sewing machine, and then looks like I got the other side pinned in place, so now it's time to sew that side together as well. And that was the end of day 2 of working on this. Now it's day 3, and this is the ribbed hoodie material. This is the back of it, and so I'm like cutting it apart, and I seam ripped that weird thing in the middle off of it that had the button on it, so because I didn't want that on there. So yeah, then I cut it in half, as you can see, and so that's going to be the side panels that I'm going to use for the back of the hoodie. So, yep, that's what I'm sewing together now, as you can see. Okay, so the other side for the back paneling is pinned in place, and now again, time to sew that on the sewing machine real quick. And then after that, the 2 panels of the rib material, yeah, we gotta sew the top part of it to connect them together on both sides. Oh no! Oh, my needle, it bent. It's wrecked. Yep, that happens sometimes, unfortunately. So this is what I have so far. Day 3 of working on this. These are the sleeves. Yeah, I might have to cut some of these parts off in order for this stuff to fit, possibly. I'll figure it out though. See, it's falling down. So this is ribbing in the back. That material is from the ribbed hoodie with those buttons, and then this material in the front is from that long cardigan, you know what I'm saying? And then I have the same hoodie material, the Old Navy. This is the Old Navy. And then ribbed hoodie, and then again, ribbed cardigan right there. So, on the sleeves. Anyways, that's what I got so far. Alright, now here's some sad footage of me trying to do the patchwork hoodie idea, and it was a fail miserably. It looks so bad, I'm telling you. Ugh. So, it is what it is, but I'm sure I can use it for something in the future. So I'm sewing up the sleeves right now. I already sewed up one sleeve, so time to sew. Okay, so the next thing I'm doing is sewing the side panels together. As you can see, I already got them pinned in place. Now all I gotta do is take it to the sewing machine. Okay, here's what I pinned in place next. So this is 3 layers, and yeah, it's literally on the shoulder area. Think of it as a half circle. And I'm attaching the sleeve to that part. Alright, so I literally just sewed that off camera. Now I'm showing you what I seam ripped open. Like I said, think of that shoulder area as a half circle. And I'm only seam ripping that top shoulder area right there so that I can sew the sleeve onto that part. So, yep, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Anyways, this part right here is what I also need to sew. So this is the lower part of the sleeve that's going to attach itself to the side of this sweatshirt. Alrighty, back to the top shoulder area part. I got the sleeve through, and the next step that I'm going to take is literally pinning it in place, take that to the sewing machine, and sew it together. So that's basically what I'm going to do. Okay, so the sleeve is literally pinned in place to those 2 areas on the shoulder. Literally 3 layers that my sewing machine is going to have to be strong and sew together. And then I'm showing you again the bottom part of the sleeve that I am going to be sewing to the sides of the sweatshirt. So I'm literally just going to sew it just a little bit, like maybe a few inches, but not the whole way around, like maybe from there to there. Just those 2 parts. The bottom is getting sewed, and then the top shoulder sleeve area is getting sewed. So hopefully that makes sense. Anyways, top part is sewed on there, okay? This part down here, that's the part I need to sew next. Sew together. So this is what I have so far. Ooh, it looks so good. Yeah. I think it's nice and oversized. Oh, I love this. Like, I feel like Greg could even wear this, my other half. I really feel like he could wear this too. So maybe this might be a piece that we both wear. I don't know. Maybe. I'm really not sure. Like, my whole thing is I wanted to make it into a hoodie. I wanted to have a hood, but then I've been struggling with a hood, so we'll see what happens with that. I just know that this looks so cool. I love how the parts on the sides, how I kept that a certain way, and it just kind of like slouches over, so it's like a little extra layer. But yeah, this literally is only 1 layer, and it just looks so cool. And this is what I'm saying, I want to make clothes like this. I did see like a few girls on like Pinterest, like maybe 1 or 2 that had done something similar to this, but of course I was putting my own twist on it, so that's what I'm saying. As you can see, I obviously need to get rid of all the strings and threads, so I'm going to have to tie all those up. But we'll see if I can even put the whole hoodie concept in there, but at least it looks good right now. But I'm telling you, I feel like this is kind of giving unisex vibes, seriously. Especially with how big it is. I literally feel like this could work for either genders. So, yeah, it's not even done, and it's already looking so amazing. Yay! Woohoo! So, I'm quite impressed with myself. I'm amazed. I really am. And, oh my god, like, this shit is so tight. And it's not even finished, and I'm all going off. Yep. Leave it to me to be like that, even when something isn't finished, because I see, like, the vision of how it looks, so. Yeah. Coming through already in 2025. That's what's up. Anyways. So, yesterday, I broke one of the machine needles. Like, it literally bent. So, that was annoying. And then this one today, it literally snapped. Can you see that? Like, literally one of the pieces went flying. I don't know where it went. Like, oh my god. I literally tried to search for it too. Couldn't find it. Yeah, the zigzag stitch usually is what gives my machine some issues sometimes, and certain stuff, it's hard for it to sew. I do believe that I finished it. I made this part smaller on each side because there was like some weird like red markings on it, and I was like bugged by that, so I was just like, No, not keeping that on there. I decided we're not going to do a hoodie on this because it already looks great as it is. And what I was trying to do with the hoodie, it looked horrible. So, nope. So the hoodie idea, that's going to have to be for another time. So instead of making a jumbo size patchwork hoodie, I made a jumbo size patchwork sweatshirt, you know, type of vibe. Ooh, isn't it the coolest? Look at this. Ah, I think it's great. All of a sudden, Lord of the Rings got in my head, and I started da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, I guess I was really feeling adventurous since I made this, and this was day 4 of working on it. Today and last night I was working on tying up all the knots from the seams, so securing all my seams and getting everything in place and making sure it was situated. I did a little bit of sewing today, certain areas, like I did the zigzag stitch on here and there, and then it was right here on each side is like the middle part of it. So I did that because of the fact that I needed to, like I said, make this part a little bit smaller. I didn't want it to be like super duper small like this, but I wanted it to be smaller because of what I was saying. I don't know if you can see this, you probably can't, but there's like some red on here and it's very unflattering and I could just see it, so that's why I decided to make that area smaller. You know what I'm saying? Sewed it in place, then cut it off, and then like re-sewed it. So, but definitely, this is so cool. But yes, here is a masterpiece. So, yeah, I do think it's finished. I'm pretty sure. Just love it. Love how it looks. I also made this. So it's an exposed seam patchwork sweatshirt. Yeah, I love it. I think it looks so amazing and is unisex. Like literally, I made this for myself and my other half, Greg. Oh, yeah. So it's so oversized. I wanted to make myself a jumbo patchwork sweatshirt and I literally did that, so I'm so glad. It's super cool, so I love it so much. Alrighty, push-up workout time. I'm starting off strong by doing these like tricep tucked push-ups. They're really hard in my personal opinion, so that's why I would start off with them first. I did 20 reps, but my form needs work, so I only showed a few of my push-ups. Oh my god, I need to get it together. The next exercise is a push-up dumbbell row combination, and I really used to hate this one, but I've been forcing myself to do it because I know that if I do this exercise continuously and consistently, that I am going to get stronger. Yeah, so that's why I do it. That's why I'm starting to love doing it. So I probably should add more sets in the future, but at this moment in time with my push-up workouts that I've been doing, 1 set per push-up variation at this moment in time with my workouts lately. But if I can get my hydration on point, which I have been pretty dehydrated lately, which makes it where I can't do as much, but if I'm hydrated, I will be able to do more in my workouts, so yes. But yeah, I just try to do as much as I can for each exercise. No. So with this one, I got 15 reps, and then I wasn't able to get any more at this moment in time, but, you know, not horrible. But yeah, no, these are very exhausting. Yep, see, I failed. Anyways, next. These ones, I really, really don't love them, but another one that I make myself do, slider push-ups. I wouldn't be doing these if it wasn't for my other half, Greg. Aw. Yeah, he's wonderful. He knows so much about training, like literally a fitness guru. He knows a lot, so that's why, even though I don't like slider push-ups, I'm like, I'm doing them because he does them. Slider push-ups are no joke, and I think I got 12 reps for this variation. I'd be struggling, but at least I push myself, you know? And then I love doing these ones. These are just fun, man. Like, I just love doing fun combos and making the workouts that I do as fun and challenging as possible. Yep. I did get 9 reps for this, by the way. Okie doke. Time for the next push-up variation. So this one I love doing, even though my form always needs work. Yeah, there's always room for me to improve. That's how I look at it. But yeah, I'm just sharing my journey of what I'm doing currently to try to work on bettering myself. I don't know about you, but I'm trying to get in the best shape of my life over here, and I want to become stronger. Yeah, I just do, and I want to have skills and abilities and just be able to do super cool stuff. Not just now, but I just want to prepare myself for the future, looking out for my older self, if you get my drift. Anyways, moving on with the next push-up variation. I'm doing push-ups on one of my other half's amazing workout equipment. So these like handles, they only have like the stand part on one side, which makes it way more difficult to do the push-ups on because it makes it like less stable. So yeah, these are really hard to do if you can't get it together with your stability, you know? I just failed on the rep right there, but and then I just changed my position to do yet another set of push-ups on those handlebars. So even though I was dehydrated on this day, I was still able to get a good little push-up workout in. And yeah, I decided to do another set, as you can see right here, doing regular push-ups, but then with a mountain climber type of combo in between. I definitely learned a lot from 2024 with working out and staying consistent, even if I was just doing workouts that were short and not that long and they were super quick. But just the consistency of it made it where I still progressed and I got stronger, and I literally accomplished and was able to do stuff that I've never done before until now. For example, getting 15 pull-ups in a row, like, oh yeah, woohoo! I'm so proud of myself. Hell yeah. I learned that even if the workouts are short, if you stay consistent, you can still improve. Anyways, that was the end of the workout. I hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. And I'm just going to be working on improving myself one day at a time. Now it's time for my pull-up calisthenics workout that I always be doing. I always love starting off my workout by doing the pull-ups first and doing as many as I possibly can. Yep. Lately, because I haven't been as consistent with working out, shame, but I've been more dehydrated, which made it where I haven't been as consistent. So, even though one time I was able to get 15 reps for pull-ups, the last few times that I have been doing this pull-up workout, I've only been getting 14 reps for pull-ups, which is still pretty damn good for not being as consistent. Yeah, it was so sad, guys. I literally thought that I got 15 reps on this day, but I only got 14 reps again, and yeah, I'm like, wow, that's so pathetic that I counted wrong. Anyways, moving on. I love moving across the bars, working on my grip strength and upper body strength in general. It's so fun and exhausting, and it's way harder than it looks. I know that's how most stuff looks. Anything that's hard will normally look easy, but then when you actually try it, you're like, wait, never mind, this is really tough. So that's exactly how these are, especially when I try to do this transition right here. Oh, shit has me struggling. I'm like, but yeah, and then I lost my grip right there, so I decided, okay, let's just do another set of pull-ups. So that's what I've been doing. But yeah, this is normally the type of different combinations that I like to do. Do the pull-ups, and then do the moving across the bars, and then back to the pull-ups. So when I'm moving across the bars, that's like my break from doing the pull-ups. When I'm doing the pull-ups, that's my break from moving across the bars. But at the end of the day, I'll always need a break like in between doing that because it is exhausting either way. All right, next looks like I'm doing another fun combo for working on my grip strength. Yep. I only do this for a few reps because that's the only amount of reps that I can do at this moment in time. Can't do that much. And then I just literally let go of my grip and then jump down and then back to the pull-ups yet again because I gotta get as many reps as I possibly can in order to get stronger. So that's always what I be trying to do, just always trying to push myself, see if I can do another rep. Anyways, moving on. Today I decided to do my best to try to climb like Hitman, Agent 47. And yeah, I was struggling. It takes me so long. Why am I so slow at climbing this pole? But it's fun. But I need to do it more so I can get better at it. After that, I decided to do another set of pull-ups. Then I went home and did some rope pull-ups. Man, that's just hard. Damn! Holy hell! Come on, get it together. Yep, no, I'm back. Try again. I'll look to get one more rep. Alrighty. Guess that's it for me. So something else that I've been working on lately is attempting for my first time to draw Pikachu. It definitely was looking really rough in the beginning before I went in with the colored pencils. I was just like, I don't know. But here I am doing the best I can to make this look like the character and to just trust the process and yeah, just get in the zone. And anyways, currently working on the eyeballs. So I think I already went in for the twinkle part. I just used a white colored pencil. The brand I'm using is Prismacolor. And now I'm going in with the color black. And then the skin tone color is called Canary Yellow. So that's what I'm using. And for the ears, again, that same yellow shade. Along with, again, the black colored pencils. His nose is also black as well. So, yep, just saying. And then the circle cheek color I used is called Poppy Red. And then the inner mouth part, I used a combination of Tuscan Red and the color Crimson Lake. So, yep. And then for the tongue, I used just the color pink. So, yeah, pretty much. That's the whole color combination. So this took me 3 days to make. It's not perfect though. I messed up on one of the foot parts. I put down the color Spanish Orange instead of Canary Yellow. Whoopsies. So yes, it might not be perfect, but it does look like him, and that was my whole point. And just working on my whole art skills in general that have to do with color, because most of the time I only be working with a mechanical pencil, and I just make my art pieces look super detailed. Isn't he a cutie? What an absolute cutie, huh? Ah, adorable! Seriously, it is. This is my first time drawing Pikachu, and not bad, except I messed up the color, this foot in particular. And then right around here by the nose, for some reason, the color that I used for the cheeks, poppy red, yeah, there's a mark of it on there. So I'm gonna have to redo this anyways. I'm gonna have to make another one is what I'm saying, but not bad for my first try. Hey, it looks like the character, so that's good. I'm glad. I'm really glad. I just can't get over how cute. Oh, precious little youngster. Oh, adorable. Seriously is. Here's a little before and after. You know? Wow, look at that. Oh, the difference. Yay. I hope you enjoyed this art segment. Anyways, that's it for this one. See you in the next one.